Hello, I'm Moonjong from Doosan Bobcat. Today we will learn about the grease point of Bobcat forklift. Needless to say, regular grease injection is very important for maintaining the performance and extending the lifespan of forklift. Today we have invited an expert to discuss this topic in detail. Hello Daniel.
Hello.
So, first of all, could you explain why grease injection is so important, please?
Well, grease injection helps various parts of the forklift operate smoothly. Since forklifts are mechanically assembled, it reduces friction between connection points and prevents wear of parts, allowing the forklift to operate stably for a long period of time.
Then, how often should grease be inspected and added?
Generally, it depends on the usage environment and work intensity of the forklift, but there are points that need to be inspected every 500 hours or every 3 months, and points that need to be inspected and injected every 1,000 hours or every 6 months.
Okay, let's now take a look at the main grease injection point of the Bobcat forklift.
Yes, let's do that. When a new forklift is shipped, the grease nipples are covered with red caps. Let's start with the parts that need to be inspected every 500 hours or every 3 months, which apply to most grease points. First, inject grease into the 2 points on both sides of the grease nipples located at the back of the tilt cylinder. Next, you want to inject grease into the grease nipples located on one side of the connection point between the mast and the front of the tilt cylinder. In order to inject grease into the mast hinge pin, you want to lower the fork and tilt the mast forward. Then you can inject grease into the hinge pins located on both sides of the mast. For the steering device, there are points behind the wheels. To ensure smooth grease injection, turn the rotation axis to the maximum. And as you can see here, there are 4 injection points on each side, totaling 8 points. Once one side is completed, turn the rotation axis in the opposite direction and inject grease.
Lastly, the universal joint, which transmits the engine's power to the driving force, needs to be inspected and injected every 1,000 hours or every 6 months. Since it is difficult to access, open this part and inject grease into these 2 points.
Thank you so much for your information. Alright, this concludes our overview of the grease injection point of Bobcat forklift. Always maintain the optimal performance of your forklift with regular grease injections. Thank you so much for your valuable information again.
My pleasure.
We'll see you again with more useful information next time. Bye for now. Bye bye.